I don't know, because hood are resourceful. Like, when they ain't got nothing, they gonna figure it out. Like, if you don't got a condom, you gonna use a sandwich bag and some lunch meat to fill it in. If you ain't got no gas money, you gonna scrape up or just walk or steal another ride.
I'm very intrigued into just documenting behaviors in life. I'm a psychology major, so that's something that's always intrigued me. I'm very into like sociology and why people are the way they are.
Keep a man happy in a relationship.
You gotta be wifey. Yeah, be wifey.
You do a lot. Yeah, you gotta be able to deal with him too, and like know that he growing up. Type shit.
It takes maturity. A lot of people try to hop into relationships and they're too young, trying to do too much. So that's the first thing. Y'all both have to be mature. If y'all not there, then y'all can't even think about the stuff that y'all trying to do or go to or whatever like that. So
You said be wifey. What does that mean?
Like, basically, not doing what he want, basically, but what a wife should do. Cook for him, clean for him sometimes, y'all go on dates.
You mean high five, man.
I just grew up within Black culture, listening to hip hop, listening to R&B, watching Black TV shows and stuff like that. And yeah, that's just kind of how that went.
Could you stay with a guy in a relationship if his sex wasn't up to par?
No. But, well, yeah, because if I'm in love, then yeah. But if it's like at first and it's trash, I don't know. Because to me, sex is kind of important.
I try to show all aspects of just life.
Because me and Eric just got that chemistry.
Of course, of course. Speaking of chemistry, you're always such a beautiful soul to me. Like, I really appreciate you. You're always a very nice person to me. But with that said, I've learned that you have a switch.
Yeah.
You've never turned it on me, but I've seen you turn it on other people. And it's a very different switch from the Camille that I get.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Because it is, when it's on, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little frightening.
Anger.
It's a lot of anger.
Just don't make me mad.
But where does that, it's not like a regular anger. When you get angry,
I'm really pissed. I'm livid. Like,
does that come from like anger that's just already been stored and you don't really let it out that much, so when it comes out, it's out type of thing?
that's the anger that everybody calls Black woman anger. That bullshit.
If I was to go to a Irish pride event or something like that, and I was to do a video and every Irish person would be like, this is disgusting, this is not a good representation of who we are, I will feel bad because like, oh no, that's not what I want to do. That's the reason that I'm doing this, to make sure that I'm giving accurate depictions of these subcultures.
I think females love hood so much.
Because they dumb as That's all I gotta say. Females are like hood dumb as shit. Like, why the would you want to date a that's capable of going to jail or dying while y'all dating? Like,
These hoes don't got no morals, man. You feel me? Like, they just be on some other shit. That's why you gotta slap their ass.
they really think all hood got money, and they really don't. That shit.
Hoes see a Glock and think on that for real.
Man, hoes be liking these hood ass knowing damn well that gonna be locked up or dead in about 2 years.
So the reason why hoes like hood,
They like weed salesmen.
because they're dumb as
Why do girls love guys from the hood so much? Bad boys.
I don't. Get that shit out of here.
Oh, get that shit out of here. What?
I'm into like a good guy, but I think that women, they like the thrill and they like that southern charm. A lot of hood dudes have that about them, They like real southern, so.
Some females don't need that respect.
What type of women don't need respect?
Little Tatianas, little thotties, know what I mean? The little eggs and biscuits. But
You want to call out a specific name? Because it's like you're talking about somebody. Call somebody up.
A name? Okay. I won't say last name, but Ariana, just know, baby. Yeah, I heard about you, Sheldon. I heard about you.
There's two reasons I start to have more, I guess, either if they're porn stars or they're strippers or they're people like that on my channel. There's two reasons. One, I realized that I have a lot of men that subscribe to me, and men love women. So it's like, all right, that's a no-brainer. Let's probably get more women on here because men want to see women. So I was like, that's a no-brainer. But really, the bigger reason was these subcultures of people that I don't feel like have great voices. So women, I was raised by my mom, single mom, and I have a great deal of respect for women. Like, never want to disrespect a woman, never put my hands on a woman, very respectful towards women. And I always thought that women need a platform to just let them speak freely. I wanted my platform to be like, hey, you got something on your brain, let it be spoken. And people that are working like the sex worker industry, whether it be a porn star or stripper, I feel like men usually objectify them and they see them in a certain way where it's like, oh, it's a piece of meat almost. It's like they don't look at them as people. So I kind of want to almost, as bad as it sounds, humanize them.
And I had never done anything like prostitution before. I had never done anything like this in my life. And all this, like, for like 6 months, I didn't have a job. My rent was like $1,300 a month.
What am I about to see right now?
You're about to see me getting it from the back, because that's my favorite. Cause I feel like that's the one I look the best. I have a lot.
She's scrolling through her.
Yes, it is this one. Okay. It's this one.
Okay. Wow.
Or yeah, people can twist the things I say and make me look even stupider than I already do.
That's not what I'm doing here.
No, but I know. I just like to be careful on interviews. And then, like, right now, I've let myself be myself too much. That I'm going to look at this interview and I'm going to be like, oh my God, you look so dumb.
Already you have like a, you know, kind of like a defense mechanism, like kind of like a guard set up, because you don't want people to get past that guard, because if people get past that guard, they seem to like tamper your heart and mess with your feelings, right?
I just think that certain things just won't be understood by certain people. And there's also certain things that people don't care to understand, because I've met a lot of people who had feelings towards somebody, not because they're racist, because of things they've heard about them or just things they see on the surface. Then they got to know the person, like, oh, this is a cool guy. This is a cool girl or whatever. So I think a lot of things where it comes to Black culture that may be seen as negative, it just, people may see things on the surface and like, oh, I don't like that. But if you're not interested in something, why would you take time to, you know, go and look at it? So I get why they don't do it, because they already have this negative perception. There's a rapper, this dude named Vince Staples, and he has this really interesting video where in the video he's showing a whole bunch of just like gangbangers and dudes with guns, and it's like a lot of just like gang violence. There's a lot of very just negative images in the video, and at the very end of the video, it's like a Mexican gangbanger with tattoos all over his face, and it starts to like, it's very close up on his face. It's a very close up shot, and then it starts to zoom out at the very end of the video, and then you see a glass, and in front of that glass, it's a white family looking through the glass, almost like a museum. It's like, oh, look at the gangbanger, look at that. So when you say that you will go and you feel like you won't get accepted, I think the only way that somebody that's from, you know, outside of the culture won't get accepted is if that they feel like they're being treated like they're at the zoo or they're at the museum. And a lot of Black people have felt that, so they don't feel comfortable with that type of, I guess, coverage of them. But outside of that, you will definitely be accepted, because I'm from the South. This is not a Black thing. This is just a Southern thing. Southern people, you have that Southern hospitality. So there's a yes, ma'am, yes, sir. And a lot of the biggest hip hop coming out right now is from the South. So you're going to get the yes, ma'am, the yes, sir. Black people love to cook for you, and they love to give you food. And the biggest people in rap media right now are white. The biggest people. Yes. Dude named DJ Vlad and a guy named Adam 22. DJ Vlad is a Russian. Vladimir, that's his real name. And literally some of the biggest media people, and all the rappers will sometimes go to them before they'll go to a Black media outlet. I think that if you did a documentary, you did something on hip hop, you'll be welcomed with open arms for sure, because you're great at what you do. And they're artists. They respect their artists and other talented people. So yeah, they'll definitely respect you for sure.
Answer me the question of where you're headed. What is your career path? How are you going to get there? What would you like?
I was in 11th grade. I went to a concert, my first ever concert. It's these rappers from Florida. I was like, all right, sure, I'll go. It's around my birthday. So I go, and I wore the shirt that my friend had made. And it was a shirt with an animated picture of a rapper who was in jail. And it said, "Free Gucci." The guy name was Gucci Mane. So I was like, this is a cool looking shirt, I'll wear it. So we're backstage meeting the rappers. And one of the rappers, he says, yo, that shirt is like really cool. Can I buy it off of you? I'm like, no, I'm not going to take my shirt off right now and just give it to you. But my friend who makes the shirt, he's at the concert. Let me go and get him. So I ran to go get Nate. Shout out to Nate. And I said, hey, Nate, this guy wants a shirt. Do you have any? And he was like, oh, no, I don't have any. They're all at my house. So the rapper said, hey, the rapper name is Wi-Fi's funeral. He said, hey, can I like go in the car with you and get it? Like I'll ride to your house. So he hops in the car with us. This is our first time ever meeting anybody's famous. So we're kind of like, yo, this guy's kind of famous. Like, this is kind of crazy. So we're in a car with him and we stop at a gas station and he's talking to us like, hey, so what do you do? What do you do? And I think I just lied. I think I was like, oh, I don't do interviews. So he was like, really? He was like, you want to interview me? And I was like, yeah, that's what I do. Of course, never did an interview in my life. People gave me a good response. Like, oh yeah, that was like, you should do this more often. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that was 2016, I think my first interview was. So I'm like 300 interviews in and I'm kind of just seeing where this takes me. And I'm doing psychology, which I feel like makes me a better interviewer because I can understand the human brain better. I feel like conversing with people and learning sociology, it helps you understand why people are the way they are. And it helps me converse with individuals better.
I stand outside, outstanding. I'm not just standing. Do you wanna talk? Yabba yabba do, yabba yabba do.